Hello, everybody. It is 6 o'clock. It is Monday, and it is time for the 6 o'clock club. Hello there. I'm Andy from Twisted Narrative, and we have my fine co-host Christian.
Hello, everybody. Good evening, 6 o'clock club members, fellow 6 o'clock club members. It is lovely to see you all. How are you all? How are your weekends? That's enough niceties. Over to you, Andy.
No. Well, I mean, first and foremost, Matt is in the chat. He's the first person to shout out. We've got to say a big congratulations to you, Matt. Matt, for those of you who have not been following the 6 o'clock club, has launched a Kickstarter. It's about halfway through. It was easily funded, and it's gone to it's doubled its funding already, and
Yep.
it's yeah,
£1,054 at the moment. So
absolutely,
well done, Matt. It's hit through all the stretch goals so far, I believe. So yeah,
yeah.
really well done.
So
I'm very pleased.
big congratulations, big congratulations. It was super good. So I just wanted to mention that before we get in because I've got 2 pages of 6 o'clock club tonight. Notes 2 pages. It's insane. Everything is going. Yeah, I know. I mean, I've
Got to
got
go to
date
the
night
gym at
tonight
quarter
as well.
two. So
I've
yeah.
got date night with my much better half, Heather. Um, how was your weekend first and foremost, though, Christian? How was it?
Oh, it was wonderful. Lots of D&D, which was nice. I had D&D on Saturday. I had D&D with you on Sunday, which was we'll probably get to it soon. But and I have got myself into manga. For my birthday a few weeks back, I got a copy of Berserk. Well, I got a copy of Berserk Volume 2, and I've started JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which I'm not sure was a good idea, but I'm committed now. So
Yeah,
I now have to buy all of them and read all of them and then decide whether or not I'm enjoying it.
yeah. I'm afraid I cannot pass any of my experience or wisdom upon to you, for I am a manga virgin. I'm aware of it. I'm aware of anime, and I'm aware of the difference between the two. Mainly because I
One's
used to
moving,
sort
one's
of,
not.
yeah, I used to sell it, and but I've never had time or opportunity. But you've tweaked my interest now with saying
Get Berserk.
Berserk is really good. I know
Get
it's big.
Berserk.
I know it's basically very good. So yeah, so I might well be finding time as well for all of that. Um,
I also noticed that we've coordinated tonight without actually trying to. We're both
what do you mean? Oh, I've always got Batman material on me, whether it's Wayne Enterprises. I'm terrible. For someone who loves Marvel so much, I quite like my Batman stuff as
DC's
well. I,
better.
I, I do.
DC's
Well,
better.
I'm not going to say either is better. I think there are good and bad in both. But I love it all, and I would
That's
like
the
to
right
point out,
answer.
because I am of a certain age, talking of manga and anime in particular, when I was a lad, and that is going back a very long time.
Is this when Edison was doing the wax cylinders?
Yeah, but possibly. I mean, we had moving pictures, and
Talkies.
I mean, I was privileged to watch one of the first animes broadcast in Europe, or not especially. They didn't come round, knock on my
Really?
door, and go, Andy.
you, young
we,
child in Birmingham, how would you like to see an anime?
yeah, but pop quiz. What was that anime?
Oh, it wasn't Astro Boy, was it?
No, this is going back.
I don't know what
No,
it would have been.
it was Marine Boy.
Marine
And
Boy.
I've
I've not
still
heard of
got
that
the
one.
theme tune in my Oxygum. It stayed with me, and it was one of the first. I mean, we had sort of, I suppose, Looney Tunes and all of the Warner
Yeah.
Brothers kind of stuff, but Marine Boy was super cool. And then, of course, sort of following on from that, there was the Banana Splits as well, which I think perhaps it's been repeated. I don't know if people remember that.
Yeah.
Banana Splits were anime or cartoons, but they had cartoons within their show. So they had
Okay, yeah.
the Arabian Nights, which was unbelievably brilliant, size of an elephant. There was a druid, basically. It was a shapeshifter that could clap his hands and so size of and turn into these
Oh,
things.
was that that wasn't the Super Twins, something like that? I don't know.
No,
I have no idea.
I think it was kind of an early Shazam where
Yeah,
there was people that brought the two
Super
parts of the rings.
Friends. Yeah,
No,
no, I know. No, I know the one you mean. No, I'm sure that's not the Wonder Twins.
no, the Arabian Nights Banana Splits.
Okay, very
Google it,
nice.
you'll see it. It's
No,
definitely they
I'm
had
not getting on that list. You're not putting me on that list. I'm not falling for that again.
it's
No, no, no.
it was brilliant. I loved it.
Yeah. Mm.
Seriously, um, sometimes it's a privilege to be this old. I was there when they came out.
That sounds very hipster though. That sounds very hipster.
Well, I'm getting there with my
Oh, you had the longer beard before though,
yeah, I hated
but it
it.
is nicely cropped. It's looking good at the moment. That beard. It's a
Yeah, we've
well
done it this
cropped
way.
beard.
Anyway, let's quickly just double check chat now. So we have Skill Gannon, we have Elsa, we have obviously Matt we've mentioned before, and we've got Brooks in there. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining us for the moment. Um, Shout up if you are watching and lurking. It will be good to know who's about. Happy Monday to you all. Let's get on, as I say, 2 pages of stuff. So we missed out talking about the weekend's games last week because we were super hyped about improv, and we got the improv players on, and we was chatting a lot about that. But this week we'll talk about the weekend's games, and then we'll go on to what's happening this week as well. I love doing my name checks. I love kind of shouting out to the community that supports us and plays in our games. So the weekend starts on Friday for us here at Twisted Towers, and of course that's Collateral Damage, a weekly game. And we had Michael, Ben, Charlotte, Ryan, V, Stuart, and Richard in Collateral Damage, the usual suspects. For those of you who are new to 6 o'clock Club, it's a 5th edition D&D game. It's been going as a weekly game for a very long time now. They are 18th level. And it was a breath of fresh air, actually. They decided that they'd done as much as they could in Eberron for the time being, and they've kind of left all of the plot brewing and stewing and growing. And rather than trying to micromanage it, which was getting kind of character tensions between characters, as obviously you can very much understand that everybody has different skills to bring to a table, and this was all in character, and without them truly knowing the finality of what they were attempting to do. Everybody was second guessing everybody else. So what they decided to do was invoke the dream of the Blue Veil and return back to Faerun for a while, and that was super good because it was like, wow, this is the world that you started off in. There's still a lot of plot that they've got, and Adran decided to return home within Waterdeep City of Splendors, and he found his dad had escaped from being captured, and there was words said between the two of them, and it wasn't very friendly or fatherly words. So I'm very interested to see where that leads us next episode. So a beautiful role play session, and it's kind of not up the stakes. It's not gone from this is gone from super tense to even more tense. It's actually, like I said, quite a nice sort of break from the tensions of Eberron and everything that's
So
happening there.
was that something planned then with the
No,
player?
no.
I
I mean,
mean, about the father. I mean, was that something from the
oh,
lore
something
from before,
yeah,
or is it
yeah,
something that
yeah,
you brought
yeah.
in?
It's older plot.
Yeah.
It's older plot. They before they left for Eberron, they had uncovered the fact that the family, Adran's family, was in debt to these villains, and Adran, the player character, was in effect blackmailed to destroy the party.
Okay.
So there was that
Right.
dilemma.
Yeah.
Of course, Adran came clean, but the movement from Faerun to Eberron caused a massive explosion, and they were all presumed to be dead. Hence, the father being released because they thought that Adran had self-sacrificed himself to destroy collateral damage. You can imagine with an adventuring company name of Collateral Damage, they explode lots of things lots of times.
Yes. Yes,
Um,
I can imagine.
it is their trademark, but it was
Michael
super.
Michael has now said we now hunt badly dressed reptiles.
Yeah,
So I don't
absolutely.
know. I don't know what that means. I want to
Well,
know, and I don't want to know.
yeah.
But you've got 2 pages to get through. So
I've got 2 pages to get to, but yeah, Michael, you were in that game, and some beautiful sass from you to the father as well. That was very, very good.
do love a good
Love
bit of
that.
player sass.
Absolutely. And then it was my daughter's birthday this weekend. So that was nice, but we reduced the number of games we normally run. Some games didn't fire because people couldn't make it anyway, or rather they got down to the degree where I might have slotted in a mythical or did something else instead. But I took a break. I only did 8 hours on Saturday and 8 hours on Sunday, probably slightly more with
Only.
rep. Yeah, so we had two awesome games on Saturday. Curse of Strad, which had Ryan, Pete, Ian, Josh, and Matt in. Very good.
Are they still entering the end
No,
game,
no,
or are they
they
now
are.
in the end
They are in
game?
the end game. They decided they took a little bit of a while, but it was all good role playing of how they're going to approach Castle Ravenloft and Strad. And they decided to take his invite up and decided then all the doors opened to the castle, the portcullis rose, and it was like, wow, this is a little bit easy. We are. Oh, here he is he's playing his organ, and it is an actual organ. A musical gothic organ. Before your mind goes anywhere. Um,
Already there.
but promptly after some conversations, he vanished, the lights went out, and all of the doors slammed shut. So it's a game of cat and mouse in Castle Ravenloft now, as they can't afford to leave, because if they leave, he now knows that they are truly there. But um, they are hunting him in his lair, so it is very much the end game moments. Like I said to them, it could take just the next session, or it could take a good number of sessions depending on where they go. For those of you who have either played or looked at Castle Ravenloft, it is this massive labyrinth of towers, spiral staircases, this gothic castle. It's awesome. It's a nightmare to run, but it's awesome at the same time. So looking forward to that. We're kind of doing that more or less theatre of mind at the moment rather than battle map, because it is so confusing. But super game, and they are there now. And then sort of following that, we had the Diplomates, which is the critical role Exandria one. It's homebrew. We've got Doug, we've got Mel, we've got Ben, Charlotte, Ben, and Nathan in that. And they have uncovered some fiendish plan with some undead, basically, some kind of pacts being made, and they are investigating the catacombs beneath the honeyed hog, which are simply known as the bowels. So they are descending deep into the bowels to find out what is going on. Can't say much more than that because spoilers. Uh,
Spoilers.
and then we moved to Sunday. Sunday was super short for me as well, only an 8 hour day. We had Mythical, which was Ian and James and Marcus. And they did very well. This was a Mythical one shot. Um, the title of it was sorry. This is how I write one shots. It was called Liar Liar Pants on Fire.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Carry
I
on.
know it's perfectly fine. And there was the monastery, and all these monks were having their their pants set on fire by a celestial firebird. Yeah, I mean, they were hired by the monastery to put a stop to this fallen celestial because obviously, a
And
celestial.
you do this for a job, right?
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
your
yeah.
job.
What's wrong
Oh,
with
oh,
that? I mean, that is
I want to do what
awesome.
you do.
That is awesome. I mean, you want to play in it now. I mean,
I do. Yeah.
seeing these monks running around with their habits. I mean, it was only 3 hours, so I didn't really get to that bit, but it was there in my head. Um, and then they had to go up to the moor where there was the great oak, and within the great oak there were these raven folk um, that had tricked and controlled and sort of dominated the firebird to make it believe that the monks were uh, they perhaps were not the most devout of monks, but they weren't as bad as they could be. But
Right.
they
Yeah. Yeah.
basically wanted to manipulate this. But the final encounter was incredibly tough. There was the Ravenfolk priest, the Ravenfolk priest's bodyguard, and the Firebird that was under control of them. And they had a number of guards as well. And it was written that what you really need to do is take down the priest, because as soon as you take down the priest, the firebird is released and can help you, and all of the other sort of guards and bodyguards will surrender to you. And they did very well. I mean, it was incredibly tough. There was a number of characters that had been rendered unconscious and sort of got back up again. I think that at one point there might have been two of the four players down, um,
Oh
but
wow. Wow.
it was a very, very challenging one because they needed to do it right. But they'd worked this out, and they acted perfectly as a group and a team, and they pulled through without, again, open dice rolls, without fudging. One of the key ones was Marcus's character. Opening gambit was like a magic stone slingshot at the priest, and it hit. It did damage, and I rolled a concentration check for the domination effect, and it failed it. It had a good wisdom. It had like +4 to it or something,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it was just the variance in a d20, and the dice told the story. It could have easily, very easily, been a TPK. So much so that I've kind of rejigged it somewhat, a touch. But it was a fun scenario. We could only play sort of 3 hours of it. It was a one shot, so there was a few encounters getting through the tree to the ceremonial platform. But for the thing that I'm kind of planning to produce, hopefully alongside Matt, if you're still in chat there, give us a big thumbs up, because I mean I think we should certainly produce a supplement called Liar, Liar, Pants on Fire, with a load of monks with burning, what is it?
Cassocks.
Cassocks, that's it. Burning cassocks. I mean, that's another title for a game, surely. So, I'll move on quickly. Then we had our Eberron game, and it was super awesome. Not because Christian was playing in it, because Christian's always in it. It's always super awesome that. But we had Becca back.
We did.
We
It was
had Becca
amazing.
back. So we had
It was
Becca. We
so
had
good to see her.
Yeah, we had Becca, we had Jocelyn, we had Rachel, we had Jenny, we had Tony, and of course Christian. I mean, you talk about this one because I've done enough talking.
Well, it was, as always, a lot of fun. Even better to have Finn back, our wonderful Scorro. And yeah, we did another round of this big poker tournament. Iron Bar my character finally got out of the tournament, which was wonderful because he absolutely hated being in it. He didn't want to win it. And we continue to investigate what's going on with this character called Rek Mara, who is a glamoured, evil, the evil tournament hostess and owner of this pyramid that seems to be floating above Lake Galifar in Eberron. And we're trying to find a way to disrupt this ritual that she's been doing, because every time the round of the tournament's over, all the losers get invited with a golden ticket to the gardens of Rekmar or something like that. And it's beautiful, it's wonderful, it's like a paradise. But all the people that go there get murdered, and their luck gets taken away from them and focused onto Rekmara herself. So we were trying to disrupt that somewhat. So we were basically most of the session figuring out how to do this ritual to siphon the energy into something else. So at the moment, it's going to go into Rachel's character, Mika, who is a researcher from the Black University of Sigil, which is a university of kind of our own devising, I think. But yes, it's really it was really a lot of fun to play, and there was a lot of really good role playing, a lot of listening from me last night, which was quite fun. And my favourite moments, which are when Finn and I and Bar go and do something together. I love those moments because we bought Finn a hat. And that was because Andy had to step away from the mic for a few moments, and we decided to continue role playing and not stop. So we went hat shopping. This is
Oh,
what happens when Andy goes away and
I
doesn't
wasn't
and does
away.
other
I was
things.
just talking to some of the players. You just decided. I don't think I went anywhere.
No, we couldn't hear you, so we thought.
All right. No, 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 no. I thought we'd come to the end of that counter and I started talking to the other players, but
We
got no.
couldn't hear you.
All
We
right.
thought you'd gone off somewhere, so we just kept going.
Well, I shall have to just. I mean, I can do that in the future in your games now, can't I? I can just
Yeah,
go
we'll just keep going. We
right. The
just
final half an hour of the game. I'll just like
and
leave you
there,
be.
and you'll come back and you'll find out. Well, we've redecorated the room. We've all taken up flower arranging. Has any of the plot progressed? Well, no, because that's what you're there for. But
Yeah,
have you had any encounters? No. Well, what we have done is pissed about.
yeah. My work is done here. I mean, that is. That's enlightenment when the
Hmm.
game just suddenly becomes sentient and just
This is
just
how Sky. This
yeah
is how Skynet gets started, but it's
just
going to be
goes
a
off.
bit crap.
Yeah. No, it was a pleasure as always. Really, really enjoyed it. But a very short weekend for me. I then went. I got to go to the pub with my family, which was really cool.
Wow.
Had a beer and some food. It was really nice, and it was like the whole family apart from my eldest daughter who is at uni, which was a shame. But that was really cool. So a very enjoyable night for me and an enjoyable weekend. But the weekend finishes and it starts all again. Monday, we've got a new week in front of us, and boy, is it a busy week. I mean, so busy that something's on tonight.
What's on
I,
tonight, Andy?
I've managed to clone myself. So, literally, whilst I'm having date night with Heather, I'm also going to be on YouTube at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock
What?
tonight.
How does that work?
Well, you pre-record something and then schedule it so it starts at
You mean we
7.
could pre-record these things?
Yeah, yeah, we could do. Yeah, yeah.
And I'm here trying not to swear like
I
like
mean,
an
we
absolute
can't
rube.
pre-record 6 o'clock club because we like talking to chat. You know, I mean, we could pretend chat there.
We could put some plants in the chat and say some things and react to that. It's fine.
Right, but yeah, this is. I mean, it's all of your faults really, because I only worked 8 hours on Saturday and Sunday, so therefore you gave me time to think. When you give me time to think, I come up with liar liar pants on fire and all sorts of other crazy things. But tonight at 7 o'clock, if YouTube works for me, um, there is the start of a series of Captain Dove versus the game, um, in which
Oh, I love it.
I play a computer game as Captain Dove. And the first game that I've chosen is Sons of the Forest.
Ooh, I've not heard of that one.
It is a early access game, and I've just done it here. Captain Dove versus the game day one, Sons of the Forest. It's just popped up on the stream. The
Wonderful.
It's a early access survival game, and I think it's a sequel. I think it's a sequel from a game called The Forest. Um, and I'm not going to tell you any more about that, but I've done them in kind of 30-40 minute segments, and the way the survival game works is you go from day to day to day. So I've recorded a day and then a day and a day. The first few are me finding my feet, and speaking nonsense as Captain Dove. I
Speaking like
apologise for
Captain
that.
Dove, then.
Yeah, yeah, I apologise for that. And but they starts getting more intense. So the further on you go, you get to see the entire playthrough of the game as I play it. But I make comments as Captain Dove and the like. So if you are bored, check it out. It should come live at 7 o'clock. And the idea is that I'm scheduling them to all start at 7 o'clock just through the week, so you can watch them whenever you want, really.
I love it. I love it. I'll be
Um,
watching that tomorrow on catch up.
yeah. So what? Obviously, I've got planned as well because Elden Ring's getting an expansion. Is to
It
obviously
is.
once I've practiced with I almost said Sons of Anarchy, Sons of the Forest. Um, I'm going to return and do Captain Dove playing through Elden Ring to get ready for the expansion. So
Yeah.
that'll be coming on as well, just in kind of bite-sized pieces. So I don't know if that's of any interest for you, but I got to I got to play Sons of the Forest, which was good fun. um,
It's for work. Honestly,
yeah, it is for work.
it's for work.
Uh,
I'm
uh,
working.
I mean, the final episode that I did, which I think is day 6, I almost died. It was very close. Um, so I'm just quickly looking at chat again. Stephen, hiya, Stephen. Thank you very much for jumping in. God, that's brilliant. You said your weekend is just game prep for your game. You're learning Foundry, virtual tabletop.
Foundry.
Yeah, Foundry is supposed to be very, very good.
Yes.
The game starts again in 2 weeks. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. If you get chance, try and mention in the Facebook group. I don't like to spam in there, but mention in there about us. Everybody's welcome there to join our community as well. So yeah, spread the word, please. Elsa said Survivor Horror, nice. Yeah, it's a really cool game. I'm really enjoying it. I don't know whether you can put up with the audio though. So if my voice as Captain Dove gets on your nerves, just mute it. Um,
That
but
doesn't apply to our games, though.
yeah, just ignore it. But I will say there are one or two classic moments because I do react as Captain Dove to some of the shock things that happen, and it made me giggle. And Cara, you have obviously played it or are aware of it because you said careful about the cannibals, and indeed there are cannibals in it.
Mm.
So the first 3 are scheduled. I've got another 3. The thing that I didn't realise is it takes like 10 minutes to upload a 6 o'clock club to YouTube.
Yes.
Uploading like 30 minutes of video game footage takes like forever.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Everyone knows how long. Not everyone, but it's common knowledge
I, I,
how
I
long it takes to upload things to new
I did not
YouTube.
know that.
You upload and then you wait a long time
Yeah,
and then things happen. And I'm sure the wheels are turning. It's video. Everything takes a long time when
yeah,
it's
yeah.
video. So
No, but the first 3 are through done. I'm going to process and get the other ones up tonight, scheduled for the rest of the week. So tonight I'm here, but I'm not here. I love it. I love it. That
are
is
you
it.
here?
It blows. I don't know. Don't ask me
Does this
that.
mean I'm talking to no one? I'm
Yeah,
scared now.
yeah. Are any of us truly here? Anyway,
No, I am.
we've got other things. We've got things to talk about. Tomorrow we've got the 6 o'clock club. Tuesday, Christian will be with us. I have
Yes.
no idea what we're talking about. Who knows? Please, if you've got questions, put them into our Discord channel. It should be in the comment section below. If you want to talk about anything, get any questions down, whatever's. But then we've got our vampire game. Christian is in that along with
Yep.
Rachel, Elsa, Andrew, and Rich.
Hopefully,
Um,
Rich.
yeah, hopefully Rich if he can break away from his work. Really looking forward to that. Um,
Yes.
then Wednesday, I am very anxious but also super excited for it. So we've got 6 o'clock club, Christian, and if it's okay with you, Christian, I would like to talk about then the Tales from the Smoke Call of
Oh,
Cthulhu
yes,
game
please. Yes,
that
that'd be very interesting to talk about.
we are live streaming after the
Mm.
6 o'clock club at 7 o'clock on Wednesday night. Let me pop up that Tales from the Smoke YouTube actual. And it is Call of Cthulhu that we'll be running, but in the smoke setting. This is slightly
Mm.
different. It will be Call of Cthulhu, but it will be in a fictional world rather than the modern day, not modern day, but the real world setting.
1920s, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean,
Well, whenever you want to set it.
yeah, historical setting
Yeah.
basically. But this will be in a fictional world, but that fictional world will be grounded in relative um, reality. So whilst those of you who have ventured in the smoke have probably played it as the 5th edition fantasy world, this version of the smoke will be more of a Victorian steampunk world
Mm.
with no
Sounds
magic, no
good.
demi-humans. It'll be very, very similar to Duskville, Vol, sort of.
Yeah.
That it will have that kind of vibe, but there won't be the ghosts. There
Everything
won't be.
painted with a haunted brush.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah.
It's industrial. It's very polluted. There's going to be the smog. There'll still be the slick, the river that runs through it. There'll still be mercantile houses. There'll still be the guilds. So what we're planning to do, because those of you who saw the schedule for March, is we're going to take the smoke and we're going to use it for different um, sort of rule sets. So the one after this in 2 weeks, I believe, will be Vampire the Masquerade.
Yep, I saw that one. That's going
Um,
to be good. I
uh,
can't wait till you do. Can't wait till you do feng shui.
well, yeah, no,
That would be a fun one.
I have got that scheduled as
I mean, there'll be
a
fun ones, but
concept. Yeah. So yeah, so it's a little bit difficult to get your head around because I mean, it's traditional Call of Cthulhu, but in a different setting. But I'm very excited. We've got a great cast. We've got Dave, we've got Ian, and we've got Jocelyn that are playing, and they're talking about their characters at the moment.
any
Um,
spaces on that one left?
no, it's
Full now.
too late now. I have been kind of
Ah,
asking
yep.
over the last kind of few weeks, but it comes to a point where we have to just go. Well,
Yeah.
we have to do 3 players is perfectly acceptable for it. I did do a shout out earlier today as well, but there is spaces on the vampire game. There will be spaces on other things, and we will no doubt do more of this kind of thing in the future as well. Um, so that'll be Wednesday talking about it on the 6 o'clock club and then actually running it from 7 o'clock. Very, very excited for it. Then Thursday's an interesting day as well. We've got on the 6 o'clock club, Christian has a break. He can only take me in small doses.
Very small doses.
Um, uh, but we've got someone else, and this is another guest star, another person.
Who's
Ethan.
usurping Ethan?
Ethan, you don't know who Ethan is.
No,
Ethan
I.
is a published author, a games
Wow.
designer. He's got some of his modules up on that he's co-written with other people, of course, up on DM's Guild.
Wow.
They're very, very cool. I've read them through, and more about that leading up to it. So we might
That's
mention it again
very,
tomorrow.
very exciting. That is
Um,
very exciting.
but we've had Charlie from Shiver, we've had Chris from Evil Pigeon, now we've got Ethan from. I think it's I think one of the publishing names he kind of goes under is Chthonic Press, but it's mainly 5th edition
Ah,
stuff that he does.
yeah.
Um, but we'll be putting links to all of that into chat as well. So that's going to be very interesting to talk about and talk to him
Yeah, no,
about
that
that.
sounds really,
Um,
really good.
he's also a GM. He runs games
Well, all the best people are.
well, yeah, and players as well. Um, so yeah, and then Thursday we've got Call of the Netherdeep, the Critical Role game. We've got Jack, James, Joe, Connor, and Michael in that. Friday will be my kind of review of the week again, and maybe we can cajole someone to joining us on Friday. At the moment, I'll be flying solo, but I'm more than happy to have someone to come and have some conversation with me. Friday night is Collateral Damage, which we already have mentioned, but we've got Michael, Ben, Charlotte, Ryan, V, Stuart, and Richard in that game. And then very much leads us back to the weekend again. Saturday is 4 games: Dungeons of the Mad
Wow.
Mage, Pete, Anand, Josh, Jocelyn, Ian, and Richard. Then we go to Greyhawk, Unbound, Wayne, John, Simon, and Elle. And we've got Tales from the Smoke, Kyle, Cara, and Marcus. And then Spelljammer, which is Sky, Adam, and Jack. So a fairly full-on Saturday. And then Sunday, at the moment, only 1 game on Sunday. Well, 2 games, but one of them is streamed. So Sunday we've got Mythical Rise of the Weird Eaters, which is it was an epic combat last session. I can't wait to see how it sort of plays out. We've got Ian, Jack, Anand, Casper, Natasha, and Marcus in that game. And then that leads us to Sunday night, which have I muted myself?
No, we can still hear you.
Yeah, no,
You are loud and clear.
I need to get myself better gear, basically. But improv, yes, on Sunday night. Very similar to what we run it before. It'll be from 8 o'clock through to 10. Jocelyn has signed up for it already, so it'll be a face that is familiar. But you play imps that are trying to climb up the hierarchy of hell, doing jobs and getting up to mischief. We will try very much to incorporate more improvisation and more audience participation in this one. Kind of did the session 0 a couple of weeks back, and that was great fun to do. But we
I
are
recommend
looking
watching
for
it.
yeah, absolutely. I'll put the link once again down into the comments, just so you don't have to trawl through the millions of videos that we're putting out at the moment. But we are looking for some players. If you fancy a little bit of Sunday night improv, come and join us. I think we can accommodate 2, if not 3 more players. But you need to be vocal about it. You need to say, can I join? And provided you've got audio and video, it's what the club, it's what our community is all about. And just to clarify, all of the streamed games are free to play. They're not ticketed like the private games that we have. So yeah, some more improv. I'm very excited about that coming up this Sunday night. So a very, very fun but full
Not much for you to
schedule.
do this weekend then. Yeah.
I've got to be Captain Dove again, and I've got to finish Sons of the Forest so I can get onto Elden Ring, because that'll take me forever.
Nah, you've played it so much now. You're basically a speedrunner.
I wished I could do it in a few minutes. Well, what's the record now? It's like something crazy, like
I think it was 15 hours.
yeah.
Might be less than that now.
I
Might be 9
know
hours.
with glitches and stuff. I'm sure people did it really
Oh,
like
it might be in 30 minutes actually. No, it
yeah,
might be 19, 20 minutes actually.
right.
But yeah, with glitches.
Yeah. Which I'm not a fan of.
No.
You won't see me doing Sons of Anarchy with Sons of Anarchy,
Sons of the Forest.
Sons of the Forest. It's been an interesting day. You won't see me using not actively using glitches anyway. It is a genuine. I save the game at the end of the stream, and I start from that save, and we just go through it. If I die, I will reload to carry on the journey, unless we're getting no viewers, in which case I'll just play it by myself and not film. I'm enjoying the experience, but it's work to load it up, to do thumbnails for it and everything else. And if there is little to no interest, it was a crazy idea. I've got several other crazy ideas. You left me alone for the weekend. More of those coming up at some point. Let us quickly jump across to chat and see. Skill says, sorry, won't be able to watch Captain live. as I play Emperor of Flames. Yeah, it's not live. It's Simon. It's just a video on demand. It's just a scheduled. I won't be playing it live, so people can't make comments. But
Oh, we'll make comments, all
you
right.
can make comments down in the chat. But yeah. Stephen says, always welcome to put posts, brother. Yeah. Always good to hear from you. I appreciate it, but I'm an introvert. I get scared, but I really appreciate your and Katie's support. Absolutely 100%. And Elsa has said, yay, vampire. Very much
Yep.
looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Um,
I love the vampire game.
yeah, absolutely. Well, it's coming up now to about 22. I think it is time to bring the 6 o'clock club to a close. It was a lot of chatter about what we've got planned and what we've just done, but that is Monday nights for you. If you are interested, if you can anticipate and wait until 7 o'clock, it'll be interesting to see whether the technology works, or whether I've just actually entered the right time and dated. Let's face it, there's quite a lot of things that could possibly go wrong with this, including the fact that uh, I recorded it without either audio or recording the game footage. I mean, just watch
It'll
it
be fine.
because like it probably isn't going to work, and you probably will need to send me a message going it's not working, so I know.
Oh, we're far too polite to do that, Andy. We'll
Okay,
just
just leave me likes and subs then. Um,
yeah.
Talking of likes and subs, please give us a like and a sub to all of the stuff that we do. It makes a huge difference. Completely transparent. We're trying to get to a point where we can affiliate or partner with YouTube so that we can kind of gain some revenue from the advertisements, so we can invest in better equipment and do more of this stuff. It's free
Andy
for
needs a second monitor.
I need so much stuff, but I need a life. But you can't put that. Marine Boy and Banana Splits. I kind of feel like I'm just these 6 o'clock clubs are me talking about my childhood, my infancy. I'm just degenerating. I'm having some kind of breakdown. But thank you for
But at least
watching.
it's public.
Yeah, thank you for watching. And I think with that, thank you very much. Give us a like and subscribe. Watching me have some kind of breakdown. Thank you very much. I will be, so will Christian, hopefully back tomorrow at 6 o'clock for the 6 o'clock club. In the meantime, have a great rest of Monday night. Stay safe, everybody. Take care. Bye for now.
Goodbye, friends.